Welcome on in. This is Morning Combat. Luke, Thomas, Brian Campbell. And on October 15th, PBC on Fox pay-per-view, heavyweight boxing is back with 2 words, Luke. Bomb Squad. Yes, we're talking about the return of Deontay Wilder. He'll face Robert Helenius. And we got the Bronze Bomber right here, right now. Deontay, a pleasure, as always, to chat with you. Talk me through the decision-making. You authored one of the greatest fights in heavyweight history in your trilogy with Fury. You considered retirement, but now you're back. Why?
I'm back because I was presented a statue, and I'm almost 37 years young, and I'm receiving my flowers. I'm not old. I'm not dead. Obviously. And most of the time, those are the times when people receive their flowers, when they're almost out, or when they are out. That's when when the world wants to proclaim their greatness and say how good and how great they were. But for me, all my accomplishment has been set in stone within a statue, and it feels amazing to be able to be so young and still and to have that and still have my mental and to have my health and to have so many faculties of me still in place. What made me decide, because I was 85% out, 15% in, and what made me wanted to continue on doing this is when I was presented that, to see so many people all over the world, men and women, how they came and joined hand in hand to celebrate with me and my loved ones. To see certain women and men break down in front of their children, to point at me and show and say that I am an example of greatness. This is what a leader looks like. This is what a king look like. It made me feel great. At first I was selfish because I only did this for my family. I only got into boxing because of my daughter that was born with spina bifida. And I only continued because I had the numbers of my children started to expand. So, but with getting a statue, I had to become selfless. And I knew that I inspired so many people around the world. And so some people take every word that I say, they apply it to life. And the only way you become wise, you apply knowledge to life. Because age doesn't bring wisdom. Many people think age brings wisdom, but it don't, because there wouldn't be a saying that people would be considered an old fool. So when you apply knowledge to life, it makes you wise. And to see that for so many people and stuff like that, I can't give up. I can't stop now. This is not the end of it. I got to continue to keep going. Because of the motivation and inspiration that I give to so many people, because I really had to have a reality check, because I don't really know how many people I inspire, and motivate and like that, until you just really sometimes see things with your own eyes. Because many times I still consider myself I'm just a normal guy. I'm just a normal human being. Of course, I have a title that says certain things, and I have finances that more than some people, an average person has, but what does that mean? What you can't take certain things with you. So with that being said, sometimes I had to come out of myself and be like, man, I mean so much to so many people around the world.
Luke, just a normal guy with frightening power, though, a normal guy.
Deontay, it's a curious thing. Did you not think that the boxing world or that the public at large liked or respected you? What did you think the world thought of you before the statue unveiling?
No, I think I didn't get all my credit. I know I didn't. I don't think I know I didn't get all my credibility. You know how it is. Everybody, as some people love winners only to a certain extent. And then then people turn against a winner and want to see them lose. And let's go way back in the time when the Dallas Cowboys was winning every year. People loved them, and then they start hating them. Until that's just how the world is. The world is so backwards. We love something and whatever, and then the next minute when it's it's too much going on, or they continue to become successful. People want to see success fall. And but for me, I never got credit in nothing that I've done. Nothing. And and sometimes people feel like when you obtain failure, that's when they want to give you your flowers and they want to do things. But I tell people all the time, failure is the only way you fail is when you give up in life. When you quit. That's the only way you fail and don't make it, when you give up. But now, it's so many, I hear so many great things. I hear so many different things that people say now that I've been like, we've been saying this for years. Why all of a sudden you're saying it now? But that's not here nor there.
Well, how much do you think Deontay, sorry to interrupt you, but you showed incredible courage and a willingness to fight in that trilogy bout with Tyson Fury. You knocked him down twice. You got up the canvas yourself. I mean, we're not joking around. You were like an old school, warrior out there. How much do you think that woke people up? Like, he's not just this knockout machine and this long-reigning champion who's faced big names, but good God, when it gets down to it, he can get dirty and get up off the canvas and show us what true courage is inside that ring.
Most definitely. Well, one thing for sure in this country, we love a comeback story, and I think what I displayed and what I showed so much heart, so much character of the willingness to win and not give up, it paid off big time for me, especially when people, on the outside don't really understand and looking in, and that's for even, people that's first time getting involved with the business of boxing. What I displayed that night, it really woke a lot of people up. Unfortunately, we came at the short end of the stick, but overall, I gained nothing but success overall. And it's a great feeling. It's sad that it had to, they didn't give me my flowers, in the beginning of time, but here we are now. I don't cry over spoiled milk. Like I said, God has blessed me tremendously. I mean, tremendously, and I'm soaking in my happiness and my peace, and that's all I can ever ask for.
All right, let's talk about this fight against Robert Helenius. What do you think you're up against when you size him up? What do you see?
Oh man, first off, Robert Helenius has been a long time sparring partner for me. And man, I love the guy. I love him and his trainer, Yuhan. And they always bring their hospitality down here to the South as we give ours to them. And he's always been a great guy to prepare me for any opponent that I may face during that time, and he's there. But one thing about Robert that I love about him and I can relate to him is that he have a warrior heart. And when you have a warrior heart, you'll fight to the end. You're gonna go off of your shield. And that's how he is as well. He fights to the end, no matter what. When the tougher you're going, he get tougher. And I love that about him. So when this fight comes October the 15th, that's what people are gonna see. I don't want people to think that, oh, he's my sparring partner or Wilder saying he loves him or he respects him, that it's not gonna be a great fight, because that's not true. I am one of few fighters, if not the only one that can turn it on and turn it off. Meaning that I could turn it off outside of the ring where I come in peace. But when it's inside of the ring, I can transform into a beast. And that's what I shall do October the 15th. I don't want people to think that this is not going to be a great fight. This is going to be war. You understand me?
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be an amazing fight while it lasts. And when the bronze bomber is in the ring, I have people on the edge of the seat because you don't know what's going to happen. But when it happened, bam, baby, good night.
Then it's over when it happens. But your opponent is 6'7" with big punching power. Let's talk about the stakes, because you're back now. So there's suddenly, if you were victorious October 15th, so many ways we can go. Andy Ruiz wants to fight you. Tyson Fury's like trying to fight everyone but no one at the same time. It's very confusing messages coming out of the Fury camp. We just saw Alexander Usyk beat Anthony Joshua twice. Which direction do you want to go with a victory in your return?
Well, I'm going straight for the titles. I hear that Alexander Usyk will be at the fight, and Robert Helenius is. I also hear that he is. If he's victorious, he's mandatory for that belt. But Usyk is talking about fighting the winner of this fight.
Ooh.
So, I've had many people around him, and I've heard great things about him, being a stand-up guy. And on the outside looking in, I like him as a person, and I value what he says. So I'm gonna stick him to that. I'm gonna stick him. I hope he's a man of his word, that he wants to face the winner of this fight. Most of the time in my career, I've always been the one to bless fighters with opportunity. So it's going to feel good to be on the opposite side of being able to let someone else bless me with an opportunity, because I had to fight I had to fight through any and everything to get to where I've gotten in my career. And hopefully he'll man of his word. If so, then after this fight, I'm not looking past Robert, but I am looking through him. And when I look through him, I see Wilder versus Helenius for the rest of the belts. And that's a great fight. You also have Andy Ruiz as well. If the Usyk fight doesn't happen, you can definitely look forward to me fighting Andy Ruiz as well, one of my stablemates, which would be a more faster and easier fight to make. So that's for sure on the list. But even if I fight Usyk and just say I beat him, I still, Andy Ruiz and a lot of other guys that's out there, nothing but great fights, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm all about. I'm all about setting the best fight possible and giving fans what they want to see. I don't believe in holding out, stalling, and different things like that. You know what I mean? I got only 3 years left, and I want to provide my greatness to those last 3 years, and I'm out of here.
Deontay, it seems like you're in maybe I'm speaking out of turn, but in a spiritually healed kind of place. So let me ask this. Are you still trying to catch a body? I know that it makes some people uncomfortable. Where are you in that whole equation?
Well, people got to understand, first and foremost, when you understand the business that I'm in, you'll understand the terminology, how I speak, and the terms that I put it in. If you understand that boxing is a business, and when we step in that ring, no matter what, it ain't no safe button to press. It ain't no help button to press. It ain't no I'm done to press. The head is not meant to be hit in the first place. So when we step in that ring, we are saying that we accept things that come in this ring and outside of the ring. And unfortunately, many doctors will tell you the head is not meant to be hit in the first place. So as many times we've seen occur, lives have been taken. Even currently now, you see guys is in a vegetable state where they can't help themselves anymore and stuff like that. If this is a sport, then why is this the only sport that things like that occur? You don't see too many people losing their life or can't function after this is over with. So without me even saying it, it occurs anyway.
Yeah. I'm
just being real. I'm being honest, and I'm giving people the facts of what happened. Me saying I want a body, I mean, that can happen any given time. I'm just being entertaining and exciting and expressing and saying things that others won't say. But these are the facts that can occur. It occurs all the time. Look at fighters. 98% of fighters don't have nothing to show for it after the business is over with. It's always the managers and the promoters. That's millionaires, and they have these big homes, and they can support their families and send their families on to college and even support their grandkids. Why isn't it that it's not the fighters? We are the product. The fans come and see the fighters, not the promoters, not the managers, not all these guys that most of them have way more money than the product. Why is that? And it's a big problem to me. Most of the time we end up with Parkinson, we end up with speech impairment, we end up with so many different things where we can't support our families no more after this business is over with. But for me, that would not be the story that I tell. That would not be the scenery with Deontay Wilder. One thing that has been one of many things that have made my heart smile, my soul come into a solid place is that the only person that came to me by saying coming back that they wanted to question me and kind of trying to feel why I'm coming back is my financial people. My financial people like, why are you coming back, champ? We built we built your finances so you wouldn't ever have to come back again. And that makes me smile. It makes me do because, many times we leave this sport with nothing. We don't have nothing to show. 5, 10 years later, we look like bums. We look like we never fought in their life. Some people don't even recognize us because of the disfiguration of our body, of our face. And the only thing that we have on us to hold is that we was a great fighter. Oh, he was a great fighter. He did all this. He was a champion, all that. But we have nothing to show for. And to see my people come to me and say, why are you coming back? Why are you doing this? It made me feel good because now I don't need the business. The business need me. And it feels good to be on the other side of the field
to have that,
with the statue.
To have that leverage. People can see your statue in your hometown of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and they can see you back in the ring Saturday, October 15th, PBC on Fox pay-per-view. Robert Helenius is the opponent. Deontay Wilder, thank you for your time. Best of luck on this comeback. When the bomb squad arrives, it's must-see TV. That's just the way it is, okay?
Can't wait to see it.
Amen.
Thank you, sir.
Blessings, fella. Thank you guys so much. I wish nothing but happiness amongst you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.